What up, Dokkanners? We got the dumbest event ever created dropping tonight. But the good news coming out of this horrible news is that out of that event, we're going to be getting 50 Dragon Stones for this weekend. So make sure you guys do the event so that you don't miss out on those free 50 Dragon Stones. Today, we're going to be previewing World Tournament number 58. Both Global and JP are going to be starting this. I think JP starts this 30 minutes after Global does, I think. And then, I mean, whatever it is, JP ends the World Tournament a full day before. Lucky you guys. So let's jump in, starting with the 50 Dragon Stones, the most enticing part of this whole video. How do you get 50 and is it worth it? Yes, it is 100% worth it, because while the World Tournament event is a sweaty event inherently in terms of, you know, you're competing with other people to try to get a global rank, when it comes to getting your 50 Dragon Stones, these missions can be done on your own time. If that is the only thing that you care about, you can spend however long you need to get it done within the confines of the World Tournament. So let's go ahead and count. Starting with the daily missions, there are 3 daily missions and you get these 3 times because there are 3 days. So 1, 2, 3, 3 times 3 is 9, 9 plus 1, 10. And we've got 11, 13, okay. 14, 15, 16, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 34, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 49, 50. I missed that one. 50. So those are your 50 Dragon Stones. And if you look at these missions, get 10 wins, you know, get 7 wins, reach certain tiers of level. That's very easy to do. Certain amount of points that you earn. You can actually just go to like 23 million, but you should really go the distance. Go to 30 million to get the free stuff along with it. And winning World Tournaments in a row. As far as consecutive wins in a row, you only need 8 to get Dragon Stones. These aren't very difficult, and especially if you're going to be having the difficulty lower, then it's going to be even easier. So yeah, the missions are very straightforward. They're very easy. Depending on how much time you put into it, I would say it probably would take between like an hour and 2 hours the entire weekend to do the bare minimum missions to get the 50 Dragon Stones. So definitely do that. You can get up to 7 extra Dragon Stones through the local reward, but that is a completely that's completely a different thing, because you can get the sweatiest people on earth in your local lobby. It is a completely randomized subsection of the Dokkan space, so you could be in a lobby locally with the top 3 players in the world, and if that happens, you're never getting number 1, you're never getting number 2, and you're never getting number 3. So, but the good news is though, for this World Tournament, the LR is still Grandpa Gohan, so there's not going to be the usual like mad dash to get the character. So I feel like it's not going to be as competitive, especially considering right now, well, I don't know. I feel like it could either be a little bit more, there could be more people playing just out of boredom, or it just could be dead completely. I feel like it'll probably be more dead because that's usually what happens. But yeah, anyway, now let's talk about the characters. So the World Tournament 58 is having 5 upgrades taking place. So we've got 3 TUR EZAs, we've got 1 LR EZA, and we've got a Dokkan Awakening. So I'm going to go ahead and just go through this because in my last video, it was the weird translations. It just didn't look right. So let's just go ahead and quickly go through these. This is the Dokkan Awakening, the Mecha Frieza. I think all of these characters are going to be obtained in some form or fashion through the missions. Gohan is obtainable for 5 wins. Bojack 10 wins. Are we getting Mecha Frieza? No. Oh, you're getting Mercenary Tao at 20 million points. You get Gohan and Bojack. No. Okay, so Mecha Frieza is not going to be available through the missions, but Mecha Frieza will be on the banner that's coming up with the like guaranteed SSRs. So there is that. Okay, so now let's take a look at Mecha Frieza. So extreme type, right? Greatly raised attack and defense. Okay, yeah. So this is one thing I wasn't sure about. Greatly raised attack and raised defense, both temporary for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, lowers attack. He's basically a support. He's a pretty good support. Key plus 3 attack and defense plus 180. Revenge, Wicked Bloodline, 60% attack, 30% defense. I'm just going to skim through this here. When there's another Revenge or Wicked Bloodline attacking in the same turn, launches an additional super. He gets some stats here and there. Chance to crit 30%. Chance to crit 60%. Damage reduction 30% when there's a 12 or more key attack happening. So you have the good support here, and you have some coverage for the Frieza, who is raising defense. So this is something that definitely every support should start to have, some way to defend themselves while also supporting. So this is looking more promising. Granted, the categories suck, but eventually when the categories receive their much needed upgrades, maybe this worldwide celebration will see a big emphasis on Wicked Bloodline, because Final Form Cooler, Meta Cooler from a couple years ago, they are, I think, the next ones to receive EZAs. Could be happening this year. And if that happens, this will be a nice piece for that. So he's good. This one, I'm going to save that one for later. Tien is actually pretty cool looking. He's a Dragon Ball Saga character, so instant snooze for a lot of people, but still, this guy greatly raises defense, causes for 1 turn, causes immense damage, greatly lowers attack and defense. He +2 attack and defense +100%. When facing only one enemy, he gets more defense and damage reduction. Before attacking, he has even more coverage, which is nice. When attacking, he gets the attack, he gets a high chance to crit, and he can stun. And then this is the crazy part. When the target enemy is attack down, defense down, or stunned, for 1 turn, he gets attack plus 1000% and a guaranteed crit. Now, again, this is not like a meta character, but it's nice to see these quirky little one-off moments happen. So this, to me, makes him very intriguing. So I kind of like it. So that's cool. Future Gohan is actually not bad. I like this unit. So this guy greatly raises attack permanently, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, attack and defense plus 200%. Additional 120% when attacking with 12 or more ki. When there's a Future Saga or Androids category enemy, ki +2 attack and defense plus 120. Great chance to stun. When there's a Future Saga ally on the team, ki +2, chance to crit and damage reduction plus 30%. Attack plus 120% when attacking with 12 or more ki. When there's a Trunks on the team, ki +2, chance to crit and damage reduction plus 30%. Defense plus 120%. So actually, all of these things culminate into a pretty robust free-to-play unit. Future Saga, also a category that needs some much-needed upgrades. But whenever that happens, this is going to allow for this character to age pretty well. He's also permanently stacking attack. So yeah, looks pretty promising. But my favorite is definitely the Bojack. Bojack is a good extreme class support who, even before the EZA, had a decent defensive, what do you call it? Defensive presence. So this guy greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, greatly lowers attack, raises extreme class allies defense by 30% for 2 turns. He +3 attack and defense plus 170, more attack up to 200% with more HP remaining. Classic Bojack trait. When attacking, attack and defense plus 100%, disables enemy guard. Per space traveling warriors or extreme class on the team, attack and defense plus 40%. And then team critical. So you can provide 21 critical percent. 21% critical boost to the team, self-excluded, with the proper team build. And then when a full team is consisting of space traveling warriors or extreme class, guaranteed crit, guards all guards all attacks, all allies ki +2 attack and defense plus 30%, self-excluded again. So this also, it still allows you to use super class characters, because space traveling warriors isn't just extreme class, but you probably want to go for extreme class because he's got big bad boss. But yeah, he looks pretty good. I actually really like this guy. So those are the TURs. Now I point these out because this is relevant to our placement that we'll be discussing in a second. Lastly, let's talk about the LR Mercenary Tau. This guy is a nuking static boosted LR. Unfortunately, the World Tournament characters have this stupid trait where they're flat numbers, but the EZAs make them percentage based. So this guy greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal, same thing for both. And for his passive now, I mean, he looks really impressive on paper, but the problem is he lacks synergy. So Dragon Ball Saga is slowly getting pieces, but as far as like high synergy characters, it just doesn't work with the extreme Dragon Ball Saga characters, not yet anyway. But yeah, this guy's passive is still worth reading. Receives an additional ki +2 per ki sphere obtained. For every ki sphere obtained, attack plus 56%, defense plus 48%. 3 or more ki spheres obtained, attack plus 75%, defense plus 74% when attacking. When attacking with 10 or more ki, attack plus 108%. When receiving an attack with 10 or more ki, defense plus 108%. When HP is 50% or more, 100% defense, damage reduction 20%. Before receiving 3 attacks in battle, damage reduction 20%. When HP is 50% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn, after receiving 3 or more attacks in battle, damage reduction 50. Randomly changes the ki spheres of a certain type other than STR into STR. When activating the active skill, attack plus 444% temporarily and performs a crit. So again, another like one-hit wonder type thing here with this. Although, yeah, it's kind of a one-hit wonder. Massively raise attack temporarily, cause ultimate damage, stuns for 1 turn. So yeah, these guys are interesting. I don't think any of these units are game changers where you absolutely must have them, but I think that they're interesting, and I think that they're worth putting some effort into World Tournament. Because there are 3 TUR EZAs and 1 LR EZA, the demand for the medals is going to be a little bit higher for this World Tournament. That's where the placement comes into play. So let's discuss. If you rank in the top 2,000 worldwide, you will earn enough to obtain medals to EZA 4 TURs. So in the past, we would have world tournaments where 4 characters would receive their EZAs, like this one. This was what, world tournament number 50. So in order to upgrade each of them, you need 15 bronze, 40 silver, 30 gold, and 30 rainbow. And most of the time, people only have enough to do whatever they have for that world tournament, right? So it used to be really, really bad, where it was the top 10 in the world alone that could actually awaken all 4 characters. They've since changed it, and they've expanded it from the top 10 to the top 2,000. So if you get to the top 2,000, which is right here in this bracket, you will have enough. 60 bronze, which is 15 times 4, 160 silver, 40 times 4, 120 gold, which is 30 times 4, and rainbow. That will give you enough to EZA all 4 TURs. Since there are not 4, there's only 3. We don't even have to worry about that. So that's good news. If you want to get enough medals to EZA 3 TURs, you would have to rank in the top 50,000, which is much more generous. Now, I am not a player who ranks that low, so I can't speak from personal experience how much of an effort that takes, but I would imagine 50,000 is chump change. I don't imagine that's going to require a whole lot. So here you're getting 30. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong one. This one. You're getting 45, 120, 90, and 90. 45 is 15 times 3, so that's your count right there. You're also getting tickets, you're getting other stuff as well. So that will allow you to awaken all 3 of the characters. If you don't care about, let's just say Tien, because I think a lot of people don't care about Dragon Ball Saga. If you only care about Bojack and Gohan, that means you only have to worry about 2 TURs. You would have to rank as low as the top 2,000 or 200,000, which is so much easier. 200,000 down here gives you enough to EZA 2 characters. If we drop down, it becomes 1. So ranking as low as the top 400,000 nets you enough medals to EZA 1 TUR. So those are the numbers. Those are the ranks you should keep in mind. I'm going to say most of you are probably going to be looking at this one and thinking, yeah, this is where I'm going to be. Top 200,000, I don't think requires a whole lot. 200,000 players in the comments. If you guys regularly rank in the top 200,000, feel free to share how much time does it take you overall for the entire weekend to rank somewhere around here. So yeah, that takes care of that. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is the LREZA. The LREZA requires a different medal entirely in order to Dokkan Awaken. That is these. Uh-oh, that's not this one. Let's go over here. This one? No. God, where'd it go? Hello? This one. So back during the World Tournament 49, the Tien Chaozu was receiving the EZA, so you needed 45 of this medal right here. That's different from this. So this requires a whole other set of effort. This stems from the local ranking. So if we look at the local ranking, that's where the Hercule signatures come into play. You can earn Hercule signatures from the local ranks as well as daily missions. So here's some of the math for it. You can earn 100 Hercule signatures from local ranks 1 through 3, 80 from ranks 4 through 10, 70 from ranks 11 through 20. You get 60 from the World Tournament missions. You also get 9 from the 3 days daily missions. So in total, you're looking at either 169, 149, or 139, depending on which sort of bracket you're falling into. If you don't do any of this, then you're only getting the Hercule signatures from the missions and from the daily missions, the regular missions and the daily missions. In order to convert here, let's do a little bit of some conversions. Let me pull up the chart. 3 Hercule signatures gets you 1 medal. You need 45 medals to EZA the LR. If you're trying to do all this in one go, then you would need 45 times 3. So in order to LR EZA, you're going to need 135. You need 115 of these Hercule signatures to awaken 1 TUR. They also have these special 100 packs where you get 15, 40, 30, 30, which are those World Tournament announcer medals. You can buy them for 100 of the Hercule signatures. So there are multiple ways that you can approach this. If you care about the LREZA, you can use those signatures to buy the medals for the LR. If you only care about the TURs, which again, I feel like more people are probably only going to care about them, then you could use whatever medals you get from your rankings to EZA 1, and then you could use whatever Hercule signatures you get to buy the remaining medals for the other one. And so here's some numbers to help you with that. So here's one last random fact. If you rank as low as the top 20 local and you complete all missions, you will earn enough to easy a 1 TUR. So at the end of the day, if you care about none of these, but you take me up on my advice about the Bojack, you'd like to have the Bojack upgraded, you could work as low as something like this. Top 20 local, doing all the regular missions on your own time. That'll get you 1 easy TUR. So here's some numbers. Hopefully this helps you out. Again, this is going to be a pretty laid back world tournament, I feel like. And 200,000, I think, is a pretty reasonable place to be. So have fun. And I will see you guys on the upcoming live stream in the middle of the world tournament when we check out the part 2 LR. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let in the comments your thoughts on the World Tournament weekend. Are you excited for it because there hasn't been much going on? What rank are you targeting? Also, I'm very sleepy when I'm recording this right now. So did I say anything stupid? Did I talk gibberish? Let me know when and where I said that in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.